Yes, hail again. So, them tell you say Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica and this part of the world. Well, most people know I say not no go so. We agree with that. But we really understand how is it that a one guy come clear across us so and decides him is the founder of so much islands when he was nothing in Europe. And Europe was almost like what they would have called a backward place. Before the Moors enter into Granada in a Spain, it wasn't really any high quality life. Christopher Columbus born in a place named Genoa in Italy. And he was a sailor upon the ship them from Portugal. And we must remember that the Portuguese is one of the first European countries to enslave African people. Don't forget that. The Portuguese were the first European country to enslave, well, and I said the first, one of the first to really enslave Africans. And Christopher Columbus was on those ships that used to venture into Europe, into Africa. Christopher Columbus. When Christopher Columbus got to Spain, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. Why we are telling this story is because something happened that we miss in the history when we talk about 1492. Because that is really what them give it. 1492, Christopher Columbus come across us so, and really create havoc amongst the indigenous people. And when them tell you say the Arawaks or the Tainos were the first people to inhabit here. But Africans was here too. Africans was here too. Africans was here thousands of years before Christopher Columbus come here so. In the Americas as them would call it. Africans ventured into these parts of the world thousands of years. Anyway, the man named Christopher Columbus wanted to go to India. India he wanted to go. And he needed some ship, but he couldn't get the ship them. So he go to King Ferdinand, Queen Isabella, to get the ship them, for venture. And him get 3 ships, but he couldn't get nobody to come with him. Because the Europeans thought that if you go too far out in the sea, you'd fall off. Because you have some people that know what talk about the world flat, the earth flat and all them foolishness there. But him thought, and the people them in Europe thought that the further you go to the horizon, it's far you're going to fall off, you're going to see some beasts and all these things. Well, Christopher said he want to take the chance. Because he said he can't travel west to go east, not knowing that what goes around come around. And it's really India and venture out to go, but he must travel in the other way. So Christopher Columbus got into the prisons in Spain and take out the murderers and the thieves and the pedophiles and all these people and promise them land if they would go with him. Well, if you promise me gold and free freedom from the jail, me take the chance. So a whole heap of people take the chance and go with him on the 3 ship them. But what them don't tell you that there were Moors on the ships. There were African people on the ship. The chief navigators on these ships was Moors because them know about navigation. They developed navigation years ago. Long time them developed navigation. Well, Christopher Columbus venture out and somehow him lose point, him lose direction, and him end up in this part of the world. But the reason why we are telling this story is not the Columbus voyage we are telling about. It's 1492. What was taking place in Europe in 1492? There's a thing named the Inquisition. A lot of you might not know what is the Inquisition. The Inquisition is when the king and queen of Spain decide that anybody that is not with the papacy, with Pope, is heretics. So they should be burned to death, crucified or hanged. So there was a actual spy thing a go on for anybody where them feel say was part of this conspiracy against Christendom, because Europe is just the other day them call it Europe, the name Christendom. But guess what now? It was really against the Moors and the Jews, because the Moors and the Jews never accept the papacy. So these inquisitions was against the Jews and against the Moors, the Muslims, as we call them. So in 1492, them start this Inquisition. The Inquisition is people, is a system where them call the Inquisitors. You know why you don't say you're inquisitive? You're inquisitive means they set people to watch you, to see what you was doing. For instance, you know that the nation of is the nation of people who call themselves Muslims. Them pray 5 times a day. And if a man next door look over and see you pray 5 times a day, I'm going to say, yes, see it there? He's not a part of the paper, say you're fighting against Rome. So they would inquire, call the inquisitor, and he would inquire if you are part of this thing. And this would lead to your prosecution and death. So this was something that was taking place right over Europe, where anyone that was found with a different religious perspective would be put to death by the authorities that call themselves the Inquisitors or the Inquisition set up there to deal with these situations. So what they wanted to do was to run out all the Africans them out of Spain. And then the Inquisition continue further into Europe. So you have other inquisitors and Inquisition develop to the point where now there was a lot of burning of people. Imagine that. They were burning people at the stake because they found out that you was not part of the Roman Catholic Empire. And not only that, we went in Holland, there is a torture museum. And if you see the torture, the things that them usually do. And the weirdest thing about it, is that them do this. They ask you if you are with the Pope, and them torture you to the point where you have to say you is with the Pope. And then them kill you. Because them say them will have to torture you too much for you say it. The Inquisitors, the Inquisition, and why I remember that? The Inquisition, a time in Europe when African people was hunted because of them religious perspective. And up to this day we see that taking place, not at Panda level there, but we see the church, the Roman Catholic Church. Even in Canada the other day, they found 200 and odd graves of young children who was supposed to be culturally brainwashed into believing in Jesus Christ, to give up their indigenous culture. That is what they took the children them away for. Them took them away from the nation and put them in some places where them could brainwash the people them into them religious perspective. And now we find that it is coming out more and more and more and more. And they will keep finding these things because this is something that Europe has continuously done. Make you feel say what they are doing is the right and proper thing. And hide the atrocities that they do, not only to other people, but to themselves. Because World War I and World War II was fought not as a world war, as Europe is the tribes of Europe fighting against the tribes of Europe. It was nothing else. We never involved in a world war. Just like how them say the World Series. It's only America involved in the World Series. Nobody else not in there. I'm pretty sure how presumptuous them is. Them farm a game named the World Series and it's only America involved in it. Out. Yeah, this is Mutabaruka. I want to introduce you to a different style of programming on the media. We call it Internet.today. I want you to log on to it because you'll be pleasantly surprised. Internet.today provide you with all different perspectives, knowledge, psychology, philosophy, history, social things, religion things. So we want you to tune into it. Rass, RASSS internet dot today. Irie.
Well, let me hear you say mountain.